spare us. Okay? And let's be real. I want to be real about something with these vaccines, since the whole vaccine jumped off today, right? So I want to be real about it. First of all, everybody should take the vaccine. Okay? Stop that bullshit about the vaccine. Right. Now on the flip side, I understand why black people don't want to take the vaccine. Black people don't want to take the goddamn vaccine because they don't trust your white ass. That's what it really comes down to. Black people do not trust what white people are going to put in that goddamn vaccine because they don't watch white people destroy them over and over and over and over again. And if we learned nothing from Nazi Germany, we learned that them Germans, they knew how to kill you right through their medical system. They was killing every injured, maimed, or paraplegic in the entire country. Was doping them up, killing them, doing all kinds of shit to them. So I understand how black people think. But take the goddamn vaccine shot. Stop listening to the conspiracy theorists out here telling you not to take the vaccine and all that. Man, listen. Let them run through them trials, finish what they got to do, and when the vaccine come around, don't even sweat that bullshit, man. You understand? The vaccine ain't worse than the crack era was. If you lived through the crack era, then all right then you know the vaccine ain't worse.
Man.
Okay? You lived through the heroin era of the 60s and 70s when niggas was looking like creatures from... Stand us.
All right, Shalom. All honor, praise, and glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Wahakadash Wakah, double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the faithful elect, the hopeful elect of the Israelite nation, the men teaching the truth first and foremost, and the men, women, and children out there that believe of the Israelite nation, right, who have turned back, repented, in the end of these last days. The Israelite nation consisting of the so-called blacks, African Americans, Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Latinas, West Indians, Native American Indians. Shalom. So pretty much, man, let me go ahead and just go straight to this. This is Jeremiah 12 and 10. Many pastors have trodden Slakia. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. Yeah, and what's the Lord's vineyard? Real quick, this is Jeremiah 2. And matter of fact, Salakia, bear with me one second. This is Isaiah 5 and 7. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah is his pleasant plant. And he looks for judgment, but behold, oppression. For righteousness, but behold, a cry. So these pastors, the Lord is acknowledging they have Salakia, they have destroy his people. Many pastors, Jeremiah 12 and 10, many pastors have destroyed my vineyard or my vineyard. They have trodden my portion, who's the Lord's portion, underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. Real quick, the Lord's portion, Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, let's just get to the point. Verse 9, the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So there you go. So the Lord's portion is Jacob, the Israelites. No way. There's no way around it, man. So it says many pastors have destroyed the Lord's vineyard, and Salaki me jump down, and they have trodden his portion underfoot. Pretty much they have no regard for our people, man. And these pastors is these different leaders that's been set up, you know, um, to come to you as if they really the men of the Lord, but truly they not. They ravening wolves. As the Lord talked about right here. This is Matthew 7:15. But beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You see, so ye shall know them by their fruit. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? No. You see what I'm saying? So they can try to come off one way, and it's crazy because we even got to have this. You see what I'm saying? And in the truth, here it is. We found the truth. The Lord gave us the truth, and you got men in it and women in it still being fake. You see? Because the Lord said there must be heresy. But let me go ahead and grab this one real quick. This is 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, the Most High, Yahweh Basham Yahushua, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. So there you go. So these men, they're pretty much trying to come off as if they're, of the Lord's, flock, but they're not, man. You see what I'm saying? Because they not with nothing the Lord actually says. And I'm gonna grab that real quick. This is John 8, St. John 8. And I'm gonna jump down to 40. 40, let me see. See, I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna just get to the point. This is a 43. It says, this is what I want. This is St. John 8:43. It says, why do ye not understand my speech, even because ye cannot hear my word? Because they're not of the Lord's flock, man. You see what I'm saying? This is 47. It says, I'm gonna start at 44. Ye are of your father the devil. So they're of the deceiver. They've been sold by the so-called white man as to tell you to just take the chip. You see what I'm saying? Because you got tares and wheats in this thing. You got real Israelites and you got fake Israelites. That's why it only comes down to the elect. It says, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So, because this is an outright lie, for you to tell us to tell our people just to take the vaccine, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? That's going to get our people destroyed. And that's how you have, the Lord's vineyard being destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Which is ultimately just meaning that's how you have the Lord's people, his portion, right? The Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians in the state that you are in, because your pastors are not telling you, what I'm saying, the true knowledge of Yahweh Basham Yahushua. Right? They're not putting you in on the know. And putting you in on the know is for you to know that we are not to take these vaccinations, man. This is Hosea 4:6. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God, of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, the Most High, in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. I'm gonna jump down to verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So that's why he said many pastors have destroyed his vineyard, man. He's destroyed you. They've destroyed you. Why? Because they're not telling you the true knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shah. They're not putting you in on the no. So that allows you to get taken advantage of, and put in the worst scenarios. You see what I'm saying? And partaking in things and activities in which you are not, which are going to actually get you punished, because a lot of those things that you partaking in, they adverse to what the Lord wants you to do, told you to do, what you're supposed to be doing. And he has to hold you accountable. You see? So ultimately, most of you end up back in the spirit world, wake up back in the spirit world, because something that you wasn't, you was being lied to about. But the Lord said your eyes was gonna see it, see your teachers. It ain't all these men you see. So my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I also will reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. See, which is obviously telling you that the knowledge is found in the law. It says, I also will forget thy children. So what's the law that in regards that you need to know in regards to this? This is Leviticus 20:21 and 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beards, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. And when you go into that word cuttings,
Strong's H8296, Seret, and second entry, Sareteth.
So you got shart, or you got sharayat, shlaki, not sharayat. You got sharath or sharth, But anyway, it means incision, man. You see what I'm saying? A cutting, incision, and that's exactly what you will have after getting a vaccination, which is why they have to put the Band-Aid on, because it pretty much cuts you open, you see. And then when you go on incision, it literally means cut, you see. Incision, a surgical cut made in skin or flesh. So you ain't to do that. You see what I'm saying? And that's dealing with witchcraft. You see, so you supposed to know that. So now they supposed to be telling you that, but they're not putting our people in on the know, and that's causing, thus they're destroying you, because they're not putting you in on the know. But he's gonna reject these dudes too, because they forsaken the law, because they have forsaken the law, which is knowledge. They ain't about knowledge. You see what I'm saying? They about what they say, and they teach it to our people. This is Isaiah 29. And it's pretty much that, man. This is Isaiah 29:13. It says, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart, meaning mind, far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. So you learn how to fear the Lord based off what a man said, not by what a man actually showing you, proving to you what the Lord said. You see what I'm saying? According to the scriptures. He talking about just take the vaccination. That's off, man. So this dude is a fake. He's not real. This is Titus 1:10 for their matter of fact, this is verse 9. It says, holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught. And he know this, man. This dude, he got taught that he may be able by sound doctrine, things that's not gonna fold. That's not sound to tell you just go get the vaccination. It says by sound doctrine, both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. Because the scriptures tell us in Acts, real quick, they say Acts, this is Acts 4:20. Matter of fact, I believe it's Acts 5. Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. You see, so we're going to follow what the word say. You see what I'm saying? Period. It's just that simple. See what I'm saying? So it's not hard to it's here. So once again, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught. You see that he may be by sound doctrine. So this is what's sound. You see, because I could tell you not to get that because you can't get it because that's written in the law, which is the knowledge, which if you don't have, you will be destroyed because you lack it. You see what I'm saying? So I can give you the knowledge and tell you, put you in on the know, like, yo, you're not supposed to take that. You see what I'm saying? Or else you will be destroyed. And then also, I could take you here and be like, and then ultimately, you really doing this if you you know what I'm saying, you deal with that. This is let me see, this is 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. And then you go in that word transgression. It says contempt and violation of law. You see, violation. What does violation mean? The action of violating something or someone. Let's get a little bit more. Breach. So it's a breach. You see, infringement, breaking, lack of compliance with. You see, disobeying, disobedient. You defying. You see, so you're not supposed to get neglect, ignoring, paying no heed to, taking no notice of. See that? So if you transgressing the law, you break the law. You see, you fail to comply with it. You know what I'm saying? You ignore it, you neglect it. See what I'm saying? You infringe on the deal that was made. You know what I'm saying? We can't take that. You know, but it's pretty much that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too drawn out, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this and close out. This is First Titus. This is Titus 1 and let's see, and 9. Holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine. See, this is sound. So I'll be like, yo, the best thing you want to do, you see, you can't get it, so you on the know. You see what I'm saying now? And then ultimately, you know, if you was to get it, you would be, you know, breaking the law. You'd be breaching the contract with the Most High, breaching the law. You won't be complying with it. You see what I'm saying? You won't be loving the Lord. You'll be hating the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So that wouldn't be sound to do, because it tells us right here. This is Proverbs 8 and 36. It says, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. You see? So you going against yourself. You doing yourself bad. All that hate me love death. You see? So there you go, because the Lord ultimately gonna bring that death upon you, man. And you will be rebellion. And if you're rebellion, he gonna send that, you know, that cruel messenger against you. But you know, nonetheless, I go on all the day. So this is that sound doctrine, man. See, this is sound. This, you can't break the message I'm trying to make. It's just, there's no loops, there's no gaps in it. You see? But anyway, it says, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to extort and to convince gainsayers. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. So it's talking about the Israelites, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. You see? So they trying to come up, and the Lord gonna get you dudes for this, man. This dude sold out. 1, ain't nobody black. 2, ain't nobody white. You see what I'm saying? You going back to that, because you pretty much, you have left the truth, man. The spirit is not with this dude. It says, one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, the Christians are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. You see what I'm saying? Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. So this dude has turned from the truth. And he's going to be destroyed, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, I got one more. This is Isaiah 9:16. It says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed." Why? Because the leaders of this people are most of them not giving out knowledge. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord ain't gonna have he ain't gonna have no mercy, man. You see, therefore the Lord shall have no joy on their young men, neither shall have mercy, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer. You go against the Lord, you breach the contract, you breach the law. It says, "And every mouth speaketh folly." The Lord, that's dealing with being a fool. The Lord said, "Fools will not stand in his sight. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still, man." You see? You know, and I have one more. Yep. This is Sirach 34 and 23. "When one buildeth and another pull it down, what profit have they then but labor? When one prayeth and another curseth, whose voice will the Lord hear? He that washes himself after the touching of a dead body, if he touch it again, what availeth his washing?" So that's a message to you dudes. You see what I'm saying? You left the truth, right? You came into the truth because you which would be likened unto you cleaning yourself up after touching a dead body. You see what I'm saying? But you just went back just to do it again. Playing with death. Teaching sin and things that oppose the Most High. You love death. So you love touching the dead bodies, man. So if he that washes himself after the touching of a dead body, if he touch it again, what availeth his washing? You see what I'm saying? So it is with a man that fasted for his sins, and goeth again, and doeth the same, who will hear his prayer, or what doth his humbling profit him? So these dudes finished, man. You know, that's pretty much it. So, you know, Lord willing, has been edifying. The Lord gonna get these dudes. You know what I'm saying? You can read about that in Ezekiel, the 34th chapter, Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter. These fake false prophets out here, man. So the Lord willing, has been edifying. The Lord, you know, hey, man, 2/3 gonna get got, but you can't get the 1/3. You see what I'm saying? All that are of Israel are not Israel. You know, that's pretty much this dude. So, man, it's nuts, man. But the Lord said there must be heresy among us. You know, must be heresies. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Then I'll close this out. Let's see. Yep, 1 Corinthians 11:19, close out. For it says, for there must be, you know, I'm gonna start at 18. For first of all, when you come together in the church, I hear that there be divisions amongst you, and I'm partly believe it. You know, two can't walk together except they be agreed. So that's why you got all these, you know, so-called camp breakoffs, these different churches, you know, that teach different things. But the only truth is, you know, what, you know, GMS teaches. It says, for there must, the true men of GMS, right, at the GMS, I'll say, of Israel, it says, for there must be also heresies among you, among us as Israelites, period. You see, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you. So the Lord, he had it happen like this by the Spirit to show the real true doctrine and who the real teachers are. So you got to have fake false prophets to show the true prophets. You know, when you go into heresy, it says a body of men following their own tenets. You see, a sect or a policy.
Strong's G139, Hyresis.
Yep, disunion. So once again, it's a body of men following their own tenets. They ain't following the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They ain't giving heed to this word because ain't no light in them. So Lord has been edifying. I'm gonna say shalom.